Hi, everyone, and welcome to a bonus episode of The Things We Know.
Today we have with us Maureen Cooper. Coach Mo is a healthy lifestyle and weight loss coach helping professional women restore their natural rhythms so health feels steady, not stressful. She teaches simple and sustainable habits around nutrition, movement, stress, and sleep that build energy, confidence, and self trust. Her message is clear. When you honor your rhythms, your body responds, and your best health is closer than you think. I love that. Welcome to the Things We Know, Coach Mo. Good to have you here.
Thank you so for having me. I was going to say Liza and Kari, Lisa and Carrie. It is great to be here, no matter what you call us.
Yeah, exactly. We answered anything at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have been asking the same five questions, but it's been really fascinating to it's created quite some juicy conversation. So I'm going to kick off with, and I bet this is going to be a good one for you. What is a belief that you held for a long time, but now has completely reversed, and what cracked it open?
The biggest belief was that I couldn't do it by myself.
Oh.
I was a coddled child. I'm the youngest of six, good Catholic family, and my dad passed away when I was 2 years old, leaving my
Mm.
mom widowed from at age 37 with six kids from 13 down to two. So my family was incredibly overprotective of me. And so I always thought I needed to be saved. Someone needs to save
Mm.
me. I can't do this by myself. Although I did traipse off to Europe for a year when I was 19 and went against all the grain and had a great time. And uh, and then I came home and I got pregnant out of wedlock. The stick was blue, and I said stick. And so that changed everything. And then I had to do for myself. But then
Mm.
my family came in and they helped me, and I live with my sister, and then I live with my other sister. And so I mean, this is a story no one wants to hear. Oh, you were overly loved? That's terrible. I so feel for you. But what I didn't realize, and it's wonderful that I had a loving family, supportive family, especially when I got pregnant out of wedlock the second time. So I had to make another big decision, and that was I placed him for adoption. He's wonderful. He's
Mm.
28. He's living in Calgary. He's a financial guru. I don't understand anything he says, but I'm very proud of him. And so it's when I look back over my life, there were a lot of things you did on your own. But then I got married. And I was married to someone who was like, you just sit there and be pretty. It's fine.
Mm.
I'll take care of everything, which kind of felt nice for a while until I completely lost my identity and any semblance of who I was. And then I realized like, oh no, this isn't helping. This is more controlling. So
Mm.
I kind of had this wake up call. Um, I was reading a book by Glennon Doyle during the pandemic, early 2020s and 2020, and it said I was staying in my marriage for my daughter, but then I realized, is this a marriage I would want for my daughter? And I was like,
Mm.
no, no, this is not. Because I knew he's not a bad guy. I'm not a bad gal. But together it was very toxic. And
Mm.
like, fast forward, we had together Christmas last year. I mean, my house in the morning, his house in the afternoon with all the kids. It was great. And I mean, we did the therapy. We got over it. But we're better apart than together. But when we got divorced, my daughter and I moved to Florida and we were living on my own. We kind of got into our rhythm. She was on online schooling and I had time in the morning to myself, and so I started getting up every morning to have that, exercise and have that time to myself, meditate and all that. And I walked down the kitchen one morning and everything was set up. Like the coffee was set up and my oatmeal was ready to go and there's clean dish towels and everything was, kitchen sink was clean and I got really emotional because that was something you do for a loved one. That's something that you would do for somebody else. But that was something I did for me.
Mm.
And it was in that moment I realized, oh my God, I'm getting emotional. I realized I am worthy of self-love and self-care, and I
Mm.
can do this because I was feeling lost. I'm thinking,
Sure.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I need to hook up with a man. 6 years later, I'm still single, actually thinking of joining a convent, but if they'll have me. But hey, it's always an option. But it's like, but all that time, I was like, no, darling, you're going to be okay. You can do this. And it was all in that moment. I wrote a poem about it called The Love of My Life, and I can't read it without crying.
Hmm.
But that belief that I could never do this on my own, of course, now I know I can do it. It doesn't mean I want to do it, but I can do it.
True.
It's important. But it's so liberating. And just by pouring into myself, caring for myself, treating myself like a loved one, which I never did before, that made
Mm,
all the difference. And that
I
kind
love
of
that.
showed me that I can do this.
That's
Nice.
amazing. I love that story.
I know. I love that too because it really kind of it's so aligned with what you help other people do.
Yeah.
And I love that you're a healthy lifestyle and weight loss coach, but you're doing so much more. You're helping people really do that from the inside out.
Yeah.
What do people get wrong about what you actually do?
That I'm going to tell them to exercise, 7 days a week and limit their calories, and you'll suffer, but you'll love it in the end. Uh, no, no, thank you. I'm not that coach. If you if you are a masochist and like that kind of thing, then God bless. I'll find you
Yes.
someone who wants to torture you. I had my last client, she's like, I don't understand. You don't have me working out like a crazy person 1,000 times a week or like living off of TikToks and Cheetos, but I'm losing weight. I don't, okay, I'm just gonna trust the process. I don't get it. I don't get it. It was like, okay, that's great
Yeah.
because it comes from it's a whole thing, but it starts with awareness.
Mm,
Y'all, how many of us are just flying by the seat of our pants in the morning we get up and it's like hit the ground running? I gotta go, I gotta do the things. We're all in our masculine energy. I gotta get the kids to school, I gotta make lunches, I gotta get to work, I gotta do the things, and we got soccer practice and all the things. Or older women like, oh my God, why is my body? Why do you hate me all of a sudden? You had a
Right.
good relationship in the 30s and now you're just being a big jerk. I was gonna say something else, but I don't know if I can swear on here.
You can.
So okay, cool. And so, but it's like, and so then you have more stress. Okay, the kids are getting, and now they're going through hormones, and you're going through
Right.
hormones. I used to joke with my husband and said, when I turn 50, our daughter's turning 13, you might want to get a place of your own. That was the year
It's
we got
such a
divorced.
cruel joke, isn't it?
It is, but
Yeah.
it's true. We did
Yep.
get divorced that year,
Oh,
but I know. I was like, well, that worked out. Um, but that's just it. It's like, we're spinning our wheels so much and so we think we need to do all these crazy things and
yeah.
you don't. You actually don't. It starts with cool your jets, slow it down, let's get where we are, get real, and that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part is people actually looking at their
right.
own and like fudge. I really spend a lot of time on social media and worrying about stuff that I have no control over, so. And but at the same time, it's so liberating. It's so freeing. You're like, I am not wasting my time on this shit anymore. Like
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So it's awesome when you see people light up when they're like, oh, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Come
Mm,
over to
Yeah.
the light side.
Yeah, I mean, we've grown up in a culture of diets and
Ugh,
deprivation, and people don't realize that you don't have to do that
you
to
really
be healthy.
don't.
Yeah,
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 you don't. And I mean, like you lovely ladies both look fabulous. And but it's like an inner light thing,
right.
it's a knowing thing and it's a self-respect thing and self-honoring thing. It's all the things. And but we put everything else first.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's, as cliche it's the oxygen mask,
yeah.
You gotta put that sucker on you first. I have a funny story. I was on an Air Canada flight one time. They show you the video, and it's like, and they're saying like, always put your oxygen mask on you first. And in this video, I swear to God, there was a kid sitting next to her, and she just sits there. Like, so they're getting to that next part where they put it on the kid, but it's like, but just in that one clip, it's like, are you okay? You're gonna put it on the kid?
Oh, she's just they never put it on the
She just
kid.
like puts it on and she's like there. And you can see the kid sitting next to her, but they don't, that's in the next scene. But it's
Right,
like,
right, right.
like someone should have edited this a little tighter, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's hilarious. Oh my
it's like,
gosh.
it's like, you're on your own, kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Covers.
You're a girl. You got to put your own mask on.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
you strike me as, I mean, obviously you're very passionate at what you do, but if
Yeah.
you strike me as somebody who's probably passionate about a lot of things. So what's one other thing that you are passionate about right now?
I'm also passionate about napping. So
Snaps
I
to that.
nap like nobody's business. My father-in-law, God rest his soul, taught me how to be a power napper and
Mm,
resting.
so important.
Like I said, calm down. Like I have very high energy and I try to contain my energy, not control, contain. Like so it's used purposefully.
Sure.
Um, but you gotta rest because if you don't rest, you're gonna burn out so fast. So slow and steady. My day does not start hitting the ground. My day starts with intention. It starts with the same thing every day. Alarm goes off, light goes on, drink my water, get thankful I can see, feel, use my legs, and hold my pee. Those are the three things that always pop in my head. Thank you, God. Let's go. And then I get up and I move with intention. I don't shuffle to the bathroom. I get up, make sure I don't feel faint or anything, and I start moving with intention. I turn on all the lights. I
Mm.
wake up and I understand. I set an intention for the day. Like, what do I need? What do I want to accomplish today? John J.J. Jeffrey. Oh, God. Sorry.
It's okay.
That's my coach.
Oh, that's
That's
funny.
my coach calling, and I'm like, I forgot he used to have a wolf ringtone, and I was
Oh,
like, our dog's close enough. I just but he's on the bypass.
that's funny.
Anyway, that's funny. I'm like, where does anyone else hear a dog bark?
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? It's
And
just
walking, getting up and moving with intention.
yeah, just getting like those first 5 minutes, how they make a huge difference
Mm,
in your day. So, I mean, I am passionate about being intentional, but not
mhm.
perfect.
Sure.
Don't be
Mm.
perfect.
That's boring.
Perfection is now it's the wolf sound. Perfection is so overrated. This is how
Yeah.
we get so stuck trying to do
Yeah.
everything perfectly. And it will just keep you on that hamster wheel of life. And so those small little intentional things. And you know what? Even you know what? If the rest of the day goes sideways, at least you had that first 5 minutes of grace.
That's right.
And it's really leaning into the little things, those little wins every day. And that's what I say to my clients. I was like the start of every coaching call, what's your win?
Yeah.
What went well this week? Because at first they want to say, oh my God, I had the hardest time. I was like, I
Yep.
totally want to hear that, but first I want to hear what went well.
Yep.
And then
Mm.
after you go to talk about what went well, then that other thing is like, oh yeah, and then I also had a hard time with this. It,
Yeah.
it
Yes.
it's yeah, so really, but it's not denial. I'm just coming out
No.
of like a 10-day virus where I was very angry and I was like, okay, God wants me to sit still for a reason, whatever. But I took that time to kind of really do more of my devotional, to do some more writing. And so I always see things as an opportunity. And when you start to live with intention, you start things more as an opportunity than an obstacle, which again
Mm.
sounds super cliche, but there's something to those cliches.
Absolutely. They're
Totally.
cliches for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I loved what you said about rhythms and how you help your clients. I'm curious if you could like paint us a picture of what health success looks like and like what's the thing most women have to stop believing before they get there.
Well, then it has to be perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, I once last year we were in a session. I said maybe we should rename this the All or Nothing Thinking Club because everyone was like, if you can't do it perfectly, why bother at all? That
Yeah.
all or nothing thinking is the killer of dreams. And so a healthy rhythm is understanding like sometimes things are going to go baller. You're going to be like, oh, I am in the flow. And then you wake up with a cough or a cold or the kid's sick or the tire's flat, whatever. Things are not always going to go. So building a solid foundation. So first of all, getting yourself calm, being aware of how you're feeling, how to respond to it versus react, really getting that central nervous system into a place doesn't mean you can't get angry. I still have to drive in a car in traffic. It's an ongoing process, but just it's those small little things. And then when you get your nervous system under control, then you're going to think more clearly. Then you're going to have more discernment. And you're going to start, and you start thinking of yourself as the most precious loved one before you eat that ding dong or whatever. Like, is this temple worthy? Is this worthy of going into my body? It's probably why I've been single for 6 years. You can cut that out later, but
No,
I'm very
nope, sounds
particular.
perfect.
I'm very particular about what goes in my body. I'm just saying. And if it's amazing, I'm gonna eat it. Like we had a donut, cream filled donut thing in New York last week. Oh my
Mm.
God, temple worthy. It was
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
But it's discernment. So when you start to honor your bedtime, going to
Mm.
bed, not staying up, not scrolling, not doing all those things that that is just gonna shoot you in the foot. When you make small promises to yourself. So
Mm.
you build trust with yourself with small promises. I'm gonna go to bed at 9, non-negotiable. Like, stuff comes up, sure. You get a phone call from a friend or an old friend or something like that. Okay. You don't be like, whether like, no, I gotta go to bed.
Right.
I haven't talked to you in 20 years, but I gotta go to bed. We're going to ebb and flow. But when is that going to happen, right? We're always thinking about the worst thing happening. Most days are just normal. Most days are
Hmm.
just get up and do your routine. So when you have the little things in place, like I said, your 5-minute morning, you know,
Mhm.
ritual, like when you eat breakfast, when shower, pick out your clothes, all those little things. Those are just, and then you make them automatic so you don't have that decision fatigue all the time.
Yep.
That's huge. My biggest thing is like, what do you want for dinner? If I don't plan it
It's
on
the worst.
Sunday, it's the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
People in a first world country
Yeah,
not
I
knowing what
know,
to
I
eat
know. But
from our
still.
plentiful food supply, it's the worst. But you know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
just it's an energy drain. It's like 4:30 rolls around, I'm like, I don't want to decide.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, that's my day to plan. I sit, I get out the cookbook, I see what protein I have. I was like, ooh, we haven't had this chicken recipe in a while. Like that kind of thing. And you get excited about it. So it's just kind of peppering those things through your everyday life. But
Yeah.
the more we think about and stress about it, the harder it is. So when
Right.
you start just planting these little things in, I call them pillars, you build that solid foundation. And then it's just like a palm tree, it's meant to bend and flow in a storm. That's why they're so bendy. Because storms come and we don't want to be rigid because when that storm comes, you're gonna snap. I think there's actually a reality show about that. They call it Snapped, where like
Yes.
women just go
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
She has a tipping point, and nobody wants that. No one wants your kids walking around on tenterhooks, or
No.
Right.
you want to be able to flex. Like, oh, okay, so that didn't happen. What are we gonna do instead? And, like because when you have you're not draining your energy by constant decision fatigue. That does not mean you need to legislate the fun out of your life. I see, you focus on, uh, you know, eat clean 80% of the time, have a bedtime, have a wake up time, and get movement in through the day. I mean, that's really the 5 pillars of health right there.
And being intentional in those areas then gives you the spaciousness to be flexible in others,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I
Plus
know,
also,
because you
and
have more free
I love what
time.
the 5 minute thing because I had a client years ago when I was still health coaching, and she knew that on the days that she got up, and even if it was only 5 minutes, and for her it was often reading like architectural magazines, but those were the days that it didn't matter, as you said, whatever else went off the rail. It didn't
Yeah.
matter because she'd spent
Yeah.
5 minutes by herself. But those
Yes.
days, the same thing could happen. But she got up, she decided to sleep in,
Yeah.
and that didn't serve, right? The
Yeah. Yeah.
same thing could happen, and then the all hell broke loose,
Yes.
for her. And so
Yeah.
I think people so underestimate doing a little something for yourself before you
Yeah.
start doing things for everybody else.
No, it's so
Yeah.
true.
I love it. Tina Fey, once she was on Comedian Cars getting coffee, and she said, "When I won an Emmy, that's not the reward. What's my food treat gonna be? That's
Yeah,
my reward." Like,
yeah.
yes.
That's why everybody goes to In and Out after the Oscars.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's like, and what's your food treat? I mean, I love that because I love food treats. I love
yeah.
food. And so it's really about that relationship you build with yourself and then with food, with other people. So a healthy lifestyle is just being, honoring your rhythms. Some
Hmm.
days you're going to have more energy than others. Because especially as women, first of all, we need to be in our divine energy. Women, boys, God love them tunnel. They're just here.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, go, go, go. That masculine energy is just do, do, do.
Right.
And then the women, we have rhythms. We got all those hormones for a reason, or as my ex-husband used to call them, the Mormons. Like, they go, and so when you start to notice how your body's going and you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired today. Oh yeah, that's where I am. Even post-menopausal,
Yeah, yeah.
you still got rhythms, man. And it's
Yep.
actually even more important because you don't have that dang period to get your goalpost and when things are going on. But when you start to realize, like, oh yeah, I have more, or you have more energy in the morning, like you just being with yourself is so powerful. And so intentionally making that time, even just 5 minutes, because you got so many people who want a piece of you, that is really important for your mental well-being and then that, that hits your cortisol. We could we could spend another 30 minutes talking about
I know. I
cortisol.
was gonna say we just got the
Yeah.
little
We're out of
heads
time.
up that we're running out of time, but I have a question that I
Yeah.
really want to ask you because I think this answer will be interesting. What do you think everybody should try just once?
Ooh, like in in what respect? Like skydiving
Anything,
or
anything, whatever
anything?
you think.
In your vast wisdom,
In my
everyone should
vast,
try this.
oh, gee whiz, I've done a lot of things.
That's why
Uh,
I was asking. I figured you probably had.
I know. I'm gonna say run a marathon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I I know it's not a very sexy answer, but when you run a marathon or even a half marathon, but it's funny because once you run a marathon, you realize half marathon is just part of the training.
Right.
Um, the mental fortitude
Hmm.
required, the training, you know, everything you need to do leading up to it, the day of, the getting through. I jacked up my hip 2 weeks before I ran New York in 2014, and they taped me up, and got the PT and all that stuff. And so mile 22, I I hit the wall, and
Yeah.
it's 26.2 miles, and I was coming into Central Park, which was very hilly, by the way.
Mm.
And I had these five flaming, God bless them, gay guys on the side. You go, girls. You got this. You go, Mo. 'Cause my
Oh,
name was on my shirt. And this one guy started running with me, and I'm like, oh, he's so great. And he's
Uh,
like, yo, you got this. And it taught me, like, I'm not alone on this journey. It
mm.
taught me fortitude. It taught me what I can
that's awesome.
accomplish. It taught me so many things about myself. So really challenging yourself. I mean, I know people who've done Ironman, which a marathon is just one part of it, which I
Right.
think that's like blow my mind. But do something that's going to challenge you mentally and emotionally. Like it may be speaking on stage
Right.
or, joining a boot camp. Yeah, come join my boot
I love
camp.
boot camps.
Like just something that gets you out of your comfort zone
I
because
love that.
it's so true. One more cliche, life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Do
Right.
something that's gonna make you feel a little wiggly inside, but like excited at the same
Yeah.
time.
I
Because the
love
Yeah, I
it.
same
love that.
chemical is released for fear as it is excitement. The only
Mm.
thing that changes it is how you see it.
Mm. I
That's
love that.
lovely.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I feel like I just bowled you both over. It's the end of
No,
the
that
day.
was awesome. We are coaches by training as well. So much of what you've said just reiterates the things that we've said to our
Yes.
clients as well. But it's always good to hear it in a different voice from a different perspective. And it's been
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, I always love confirmation. I always say there's a
Yes.
difference between validation and confirmation. Validation comes from something else. Confirmation reinforces it in yourself. Like, okay, that
Yes.
is hitting right. That is
Yeah.
landing. That's we're always looking for confirmation, not validation. I say I'm not a parking ticket. Parking stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I do
So
not
where
need to
can
be
everybody
on.
find you? You said your boot camp where can people find you?
My website is going to be up at the end of this week, but in the meantime, I have my 5 minute morning reset, so they can contact me through that too. It's at momindbodysoul.com. That's my
Okay.
website, momindbodysoul.com. M-O, not M-O-E, that's boys. Momindbodysoul.com. And yeah, I've got a brand new website coming. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I'm ready to unleash health into the world.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Thank you
That's
so
cool.
much, ladies. This has been so
It
Thank
much
was
you. This
fun.
has been
really
super
great
fun.
meeting you. I love your energy. It's really fun. I'm excited for your clients.
Thank you. Thank you. Me too. Every day is what wakes me up in the morning. What's to get me going? It's like, and everyone needs to know there's something waiting for you today. There's a reason you're here. Go out, share your gifts and talents because you are here on purpose with purpose.
Oh, I
Nice.
love that. Perfect ending. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.